Bikes, bikes, and a whole lot more bikes. This is Nothing to Do. What's happening? Hoot's here, and this is the weekly Fresno web series that talks about the cool stuff going on in town and dares you to tell us there's nothing to do. Now, it's mid-April, which means it's almost May, which means it's time to get ready for Bike Month. Now, some of you may know that I am a bike commuter, not because I don't have a driver's license or because I'm too poor to own a car, but because I choose to ride. I love being on my bike. I love riding to work, and I love being out in the world rather than being cooped up in a steel box on wheels. In fact, I'm getting out of this stuffy old studio and doing the rest of the show on my bike. All right, so May is Bike Month, which means iBike Fresno is doing all kinds of really cool stuff. The number one thing they're doing is the Million Mile Challenge. Go to ibikefresno.org, you can register there, pledge your miles, and help us ride to a collective 1,000,000 miles in the month of May. It's way cool. And so, how do we motivate you to ride your bike, besides the fact that it's just awesome being out here riding? 31 days of prizes. All right, so for every day that you log a mile, you'll be entered in a drawing to win a prize on the next day. And I'm not talking about prizes like bumper stickers and water bottles, which those are cool too. I'm talking about stuff like indoor skydiving, a year's supply of Chick-fil-A, and like a wine vacation, stuff that you actually want to win. So go to ibikefresno.org and check it out. All right, guys, so one of my favorite events of May is Bike Month is Revive Your Bike. It's on April 29th from 10 to 2 at the northeast corner of Blackstone and Shields in the Manchester Center parking lot. Here's the deal. Bring your bike down if you think it's all messed up, if it's dusty, it's got a flat tire or whatever. Bring it down. We're going to fix it for you for free, completely free. Come on down. We're going to have La Elegante tacos there, so it's going to be tasty. We're going to have booths. We're going to have some riding demonstrations. It's just going to be a great time to come out and get ready for Bike Month, get ready to ride all May in that 1,000,000 Mile Challenge. It's awesome. So if the only reason you aren't riding your bike in May is because your bike is dusty and it's got a flat, forget that. Bring it down, revive your bike, April 29th, 10 to 2, Manchester Center parking lot. It's going to be awesome. All right, the first video I'm going to recommend this week on GottaLoveFresno.com is this one from iHeartFresno about Twee 2. Now, Twee 2 has closed, all right? It doesn't exist anymore down the Fulton Mall, and the original Twee with Sean has moved down near Fulton Tuolumne. But what I like about this video, since we're talking about bikes, is that Melanie Davis is wearing a cool bike sweatshirt, and there's a ton of bikes in her shop. Check it out. All right, the next video I want you guys to watch is this one from the My Indie Nation Street Scene series on Heather Hanks. We don't talk about bikes in this video, but Heather's done an amazing job promoting all the awesome bike infrastructure here in Fresno, including the Mosqueda Bike Park. Listen to what she has to say about all the cool stuff going on in town.
You could list, 10 different sort of eclectic areas in Fresno that are all unique and worth exploring with a vibrant history in each and every one of them. And I encourage people to be positive, see what there is valuable in their own life, their own community, and encourage them to embrace that and apply it to their life.
This week's most interesting person in Fresno is Mike Laden. He's a really cool guy who works at the Well, and he also started this great charity called Off the Front, which works to get kids bikes for riding to school, getting good grades, practicing good citizenship. We sat down with Mike and talked about how Off the Front got started.
For the better part of 10 years as being a pastor, I always felt this sense of there's something more. I need to be doing something else, and I didn't know what that was, and it became quite a frustration for me because I didn't know what it was supposed to be. And then we had a buddy come in town that spoke at the Well for an event that we did, and he'd been a friend of mine for a long time. And we sat down and had coffee at Starbucks, and he said, "Man, I'm gathering that you're wrestling with this from reading Twitter posts and Facebook and stuff. I kind of connect that this may be what's going on in your life." And he said, "Man, have you ever thought about making like your hobbies and the stuff that you love, bicycling and stuff, your job? Have you ever thought about a way to take your city and the needs of your city, connect it with your passions, and make that something that you do day in and day out?" I thought, no, I've never thought about it. He's like, "Well, think about it." Okay. So, man, that day, literally, I went home, went to my office, I got on my write board, and just literally started daydreaming about, man, what could that look like? And what could that be? And, man, is that something that maybe God would want me to have for my life? And literally, for the next few months, I could not get that idea out of my mind. And what spurred me from that conversation is ultimately what turned into Off the Front.
You can watch the full interview with Mike Laden on the Nothing to Do channel, and you can go to offthefront.org to find out how you can get involved in this awesome charity. Now, let's check in with my man Mike Oz and find out, what should I do?
Hey guys, Mike Oz here again, telling you what you should do this weekend. And if you're a music lover, unless you bought tickets really quick, you are not going to the big Coachella Music Festival this weekend. That's okay, because a little bit of it is coming to us. Friday night at Fulton 55, you can go see Firehose, which is a alternative band from the 90s, kind of reformed and playing a reunion this year at Coachella. But they are hitting downtown Fresno first, so you can see them Friday night. And then Tuesday out in Visalia, they have Givers, which is more of a modern indie rock band, and they're playing at the Cellar Door. So you can't go to Coachella, it's cool. You can see a couple of bands here. If you are going to Coachella, have a good time. I'm totally jealous. All right, see you guys next week. Bye.
All right, guys, that's it. Click on the links to the videos we highlighted today, including the interview with Mike Laden, right down there. Be sure to tune in next week when we interview the Valley Who bracket winner, Ryan Beatty. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, like and recommend the show in the little box below, share this video with your friends. Do that, and I'll be here every week, daring you to tell me there's nothing to do. Byron's got to stop because he's going to get pulled over by a cop.